A very good morning to you, dear girls. This is Miss Seema, and today we will continue with the remaining part of the lesson, that is family values. The first half of this lesson is already done by Miss Veronica, and we will begin with the next subtopic, that is tolerance. So let's get started. We all have some faults, isn't it, girls? Example, we get angry when our teachers, parents correct us, right? Sometimes we cry, sometimes we complain about them. But we can improve these faults only if we take help from our family, friends, and teachers. We may not agree with each other every time, maybe at home and at times in school. For example, if you are on the school ground with your friends, you may not agree to the game your friend is insisting to play. Instead, you tend to force your friend to play the same game which you like. This way, you try to show intolerance, that is, unwillingness to accept views. We must try to understand the point of view of others instead of insisting that only our point of view is correct. On such occasions, we must listen to the other person. In this way, we develop a sense to be tolerant. Respecting opinions which are different from our own is called tolerance or broad mindedness. Tolerance has a special significance in our country. People from various religions, creeds, cultures, and following different customs live here. That is why it is very necessary for everyone to be tolerant or broad minded. Broad minded is open minded. Diversity can be preserved only through tolerance. Diversity enriches our social life. It encourages us to think about others with concern. We can also solve problems in our environment by being broad minded. Sam's teacher has given a small project in the class. She has written few questions on blackboard and all students have to give answers. The questions are: which is your favorite sport? Second question: which is your favorite food? Third question: which is your most important festival? And the fourth question is: which language do you speak at home? Now let us see some of the answers. Sam likes to play football. His favorite food is biryani. His most important festival is Christmas. He speaks Malayalam at home. Rahul loves to play football. His favorite food is aloo paratha. His most important festival is Diwali. He speaks Hindi at home. Nisha loves swimming. Her favorite food is fish curry and rice. For her, Durga Puja is most important festival and she speaks Bengali at home. Ria loves to play tennis. She likes to eat Chinese food. Her most important festival is Diwali and she speaks Punjabi at home. What do you observe from the answers given by some of the students in Sam's class? Some children have common answers like Sam and Rahul shares similar choices on the favorite sport, and Rahul and Ria both have Diwali as important festivals. The other aspect, the children are different languages at home and like different types of food, but they are all friends. They study together, play games, and do lots of activities in a group. The same is true if you look around in your neighborhood or extend this thought to whole country. Each individual is unique and different from each other. Like Rahul and Sam speak different languages, they have different religions. Sam is Christian and Rahul is a Hindu. Now, Rahul and Nisha are also different on another aspect, which is outside the answer we got. What is the obvious difference between Rahul and Nisha? Rahul is a boy and Nisha is a girl. So, differences can be due to many reasons like gender, religion, language, region, etc. To accept and respect differences between individuals while also understanding that each individual is unique outlines the concept of diversity. I hope you have understood what is a diversity and how we need to preserve it by being broad minded. So let's go to the next subtopic, gender equality. Boys and girls, or men and women, are equal as human beings. Considering boys and girls to be equal without discrimination is called gender equality. Boys and girls must respect one another. In the company of our friends, we consider all of them to be our equals. We must maintain this sense of equality as citizens when we grow up. By developing this sense of equality, everyone gets to learn and make progress. Food, clothing, shelter, health, and education are the common needs of men and women. For the purpose of equality, each of these needs must be fulfilled properly. Men and women have equal rights to facilities such as these. Similarly, men and women must get equal opportunities of progress. For understanding what is gender equality, I am just sharing a small video of 2 minutes. Thank you, girls.
I'm leaving Kalavati. The train is about to arrive.
Just 2 more rotis to make. You won't get any food on the train, and the station is barely a stone's throw from here.
If I miss the train, I'll lose a day's pay. My boss is a hard man.
I'll help Amma.
Your sister should be helping me. Instead, she must be kicking and punching away in the judo class.
Chakur enjoys it. She has become so strong and confident after she joined the judo class in her school.
Hoo ha! Hoo ha! Hoo ha! Hoo ha!
I'll love to help you, Amma. I'll pack the food for Babuji while you finish making the other roti.
A fine pair, you and your sister. Remember to keep some vegetable for your lunch. Give the rest to Babuji. Chakor and I will manage without it.
Chakur and you work so hard, perhaps more than me. Why should you not eat? The three of us can share the vegetable among us. Here, Babuji, you are all set.
Babuji, the train has reached the outskirts of the village. It's coming very slowly.
How do you know?
When I went out, Babuji was so worried about missing the train. So I climbed a tall tree near the clearing where I practiced judo. From there I could see the train coming at a distance.
My little monkey, your skills are proving very helpful for me.
And Ajay, your skills are very helpful to me.
Come Babuji, Bhaiya and I will run ahead with your bags.
Look how responsible my children have become. I'm proud of them.
Remember, girls and boys are equal.